Hello and welcome to this mid-morning taste challenge. We have two blended Scotch whiskies and they're both at 40% alcohol, 80 proof. This is imported, of course, because I'm not in Scotland. J.W. Dant's blended Scotch whiskey, 100% Scotch whiskeys. That would make sense. They got this big J.W. trying to make it look like J&B, which is fooling nobody. But Dant is a let me start again. Dant's was a real company. J.W. Dant did get started in 1836. And he was a bourbon. He was an immigrant from Scotland, but he was a bourbon producer. He had a bourbon distillery. But then as his company got bigger, he expanded to start contracting with we probably made his own gin, vodka, then they started bringing in Scotch and so forth. So you might see J.W. Dant Canadian whiskey, you might see J.W. Dant gin, J.W. Dant vodka, J.W. Dant Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, you might see J.W. Dant bottled and bond whiskey and so forth. All right, but I saw this at Dorgnac's Food Center. This is a liter bottle and it was $8.99 for a liter. So I figured, well, for that price, even if it's terrible, I can't go wrong. Well, it certainly was not terrible, and I didn't go wrong. Now, there's an essay on the back while you're waiting in the long lines at Dorgnac's, because Dorgnac's is a very popular store, and you will wait. They don't have self-checkout, so you'll wait, and you can read an essay about the history of Scotch, and they have a whole essay on the back, the past. It's pretty interesting, actually. I'm not making fun of that. And it's aged 36 months, 3 years, the minimum. So who makes it? We never find out. We'll never find out. It is listed on the website for Heaven Hill. And the other Scotch they own is Old Smuggler. So a lot of y'all have heard of Old Smuggler, and I've seen it everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but manywhere. You know, I've seen Old Smuggler around. So Dant, I would not say that that's very popular, but it is. I have seen it over the years, like the all white, you know, over the years, I've seen it. But Old Smuggler, anytime I'm looking around at liquor stores, I see Old Smuggler. Now, whether that's good, I don't know. I never had it. I assume it must be pretty good if it's that popular. I don't think people are buying it because they hate it. That should be enough. Gold. Pale gold. Are they adding coloring? It's possible, but it certainly looks pretty pale. I'm going to think they're not adding coloring. I probably got that shade from aging it 3 years. Now remember, the 3 years is probably the grain whiskey. They're probably taking grain whiskey and aging it 3 years, and they're blending in single malt that might be 12 years old. That's got the color to it, but you got to go with the youngest age. So, and this is probably 80% grain whiskey, which has no flavor practically, but the 20% single malt is giving it a little character. All right. So, like I told you, $8.99 for a liter. That was at the time of purchase. Now, if you go to Dorgnac's today, they don't carry this. Might have been something they had for a little while, and when they sold all the bottles, they didn't reorder it. But I got it when it was there. Foil cap cover. Here's the Chivas Regal Extra. Chivas Regal 13-year extra aged Rye Cask Selection. Okay, so this is the special 2019 bottle. Manchester United 2019 bottle. Which was out for about a year. Still make this stuff. You can get it around, but it's not it's not dedicated to a soccer team. But I guess people in America were like, "What is Manchester United?" I mean, are there some Americans who follow soccer? Yeah, a few. There are dozens. I mean, if you go across the whole United States, there are literally dozens of Americans who follow soccer. So I'm not going to say they don't. Okay, they're out there. But maybe this didn't go over so well with the Manchester United because I saw this at this Savannah discount for $9.99. Yeah, $9.99. So I immediately bought it. when I realized it was a full size bottle. At first, I thought it was a smaller bottle, and then I said $7.50. I'm buying it. So close, but not quite. So you can still buy it, but it's not, like I say, it's not a football related thing today. It's just a, they call it Chivas Regal Extra 13 Rye Cask Selection, and it runs about $40 a bottle. So you can get this. You can get this bottle, but it's about $40, not $9.99. So don't look for $9.99. You're not going to find it. JW Dant. I guess you could contact Heaven Hill if you're looking for it, because I saw it, like I said, at one store, Dorgnax. I bought it, went back sometime later and didn't see it. I've never seen it again. So I don't know what to say about that. But it literally has been in business since 1836. 1836. Now, were they making JW Dant Scotch in 1836? No. I already told you they were doing bourbon. And as the company got bigger, they expanded into bringing in Scotch, rum, brandy, tequila under their name. You know, it's just they put the name on it and make a contract. But now it came under Heaven Hill. Don't know when. But I do know that JW Dant has been around since 1836. It very clearly says it on the U.S. Trademark Office. Look up, look it up. It's 1830. It'll even give you the month, sometime month and a date. Or the ones you get on huge discount usually no longer restocked because they aren't selling in Louisiana. Oh, for that price, I think they would sell. Somebody would buy them. I mean, that's now that part of Metairie where that store is, Dorgnax and Metairie, it's kind of a well-heeled area. They probably would, you know, if they're buying blended Scotch, it'll probably be more like Johnny Walker Gold Label Reserve or Johnny Walker Blue Label. But there are some people that live out there that might live in a, you say, look at this beautiful house. They got all this money, but you say, look at that car they have. You know, they're like not going to spend money. So they'll go in there and buy this. And it's probably they couldn't get it. You know what I mean? It's like they kept ordering it. It wasn't coming in and they just killed it. They still have some cheap Scotch there. Don't get me wrong. But the Passport I haven't seen for a while, and that was, I should have bought it, but I kept saying, oh, I'll just get it later. Later never came. But I know where to find Passport though anyway. Not that I'm in a rush to get it, but I know it's been around a long time. They had the Inverhouse for the longest, and now it's gone, and the JW Dant, and now it's gone. But they got other ones. Old Smuggler, they still got. Oh yes, Old Smuggler, they, well, last time I checked, they had it. And I would like to buy it. But, you know, I mean, Old Smuggler, a lot of people have that. So it's not like if I don't get it at Dorignax Food Center, I'm not going to find it. I don't get it around. But my town, you see where I live is only like 28,000 people in the whole town. And there's really only so much they can stock because it's going to not sell, you know, just because of the number of the people. The whole parish is 40,000. We don't have counties, we have parishes, you see. But if you go to Orleans Parish, it's over 350,000 people. So we're talking about 40,000 here, 350,000 there. Jefferson Parish, where Dorgnax is like over 400,000. So, or, yeah, maybe I'm thinking of St. Tammany, but it's a lot of people, you know, so we small compared to that. People tell me you live in the country. You live in the country. Well, I do have woods behind my house, so which stretch all the way to Baton Rouge. You could start walking in those woods, and you could, if you traced it on a map, you could go all the way to Baton Rouge in the woods. So, okay, maybe I do. I mean, I have gotten mail that said rural route, rural, you know, rural, that hard word to say, rural route number 2. I used to get that long, but I don't really get those anymore. But it would say like rural route number 2. All right. So, but yeah, Can I get cheap Scotch where I live anyway? Yeah, definitely. Mathern's got Clan McGregor. Sir Malcolm. That's the two main ones. Basically, they just keep two cheap Scotch brands, and people buy it like snapping your fingers all day. Oh, and Hunter Piper's. What am I? They got three, and Hunter Piper's is bottled by. It's not owned by, but it's bottled by and handled by Heaven Hill for the U.S. market. So they got three cheap Scotch brands, and if you go to Walmart, they've got right there. I can almost see Walmart from this window. I could if I tried. I don't know. They've got I don't remember. I don't remember actually. They got some cheap ones. And then Winn-Dixie always has Winn-Dixie brand Scotch, WD Liquor Scotch, which I know is handled by Sazerac, but I don't know who makes it. I've never had it, but I know it's been on. I've been seeing it. I saw that on the shelves when I was in 10th grade. Didn't pay any mind to it. I just remember seeing it. And they got Clan McGregor and Sir Malcolm. So yeah, we can get cheap Scotch around here, but it's just there's not that many. You understand? And I'm not dying to get a bunch of cheap Scotch, but I'm just talking about the market. And they all got high hat Scotch. I mean, $300-$400 a bottle. All the stores got that. I mean, Mathern's got Royal Salute for over $350 for one bottle, $350. You know, and I'm always talking about I bought Johnny Walker Blue Label and I paid $242 after tax. So, big deal. Like I said, Mathern's got Royal Salute 21-year age for 300. Well, I think I saw it yesterday, $369 a bottle. I guess I won't be trying that one. Do you ever contact now? KS says, do you ever contact the local distributors to figure out where certain products are available or if they plan to bring it to the area? I have done that. I haven't done it lately, but I have done it in the past, mainly with beer. Well, always with beer. No, I did that a couple of times with whiskey, but yeah, like and they'll look it up and they say, yeah, they have it over here, whatever. It's on the shelf, or it should be. Yeah, that's helpful. I don't do it too much because I find so much stuff anyway. I don't really need to search stuff out. I'm so overloaded right now. Go look at my fridge. You say, what? If you looked at my fridge, you'd say, what are you going to do with all this beer? And I would say, review it, I guess. I got to get to it. I can't, I don't like to sit on beer. And don't even ask about the liquor. That's sad. It's a hobby. Pale cereal grains. This is pale cereal grains, like Cheerios, but no oats in this, to my knowledge. Can you make whiskey with oats? I don't know technically if you can, like scientifically, if that's possible. I know legally you could. I don't know. I've never seen any law against that. On the other hand, I've never seen oat whiskey. It probably exists. This smells about the same, but there is a component to this, which is telling me rye barrels. It's like a little twang or a little something else. Yeah, can't say for sure. Now, appearance, yeah, they're both gold. This one's a little darker, which I think is the Chivas, age 13 years. Let's mix them up again. That must be the Chivas. I got that. I don't know. It's close. It's a tricky thing. But I know one thing. I know one thing that's not a trick. I know the difference between $8.99 for a liter and $40 for a 750. That I know the difference about. No, I didn't pay $40. I told you I paid $9.99 for it. Savannah discount. I got the most incredible price in the world. 75% discount. Every time I'm jumping on that. But I don't live close to Savannah discount, so I don't go there too much. Good thing I don't live close. This house would really be overloaded, but I mean, that's like almost 50 miles away, so I'm not really running over there too much. Yeah. You know what I say? Maybe. I should say, maybe. Because I was about to talk about the creamy quality. Oh, it's creamy. It's creamy. Now they don't contain cream, and I went on a rant about that. But they have a creamy. It's like a creamy. I don't know. You can't put your finger. You can't put your on it. No, I mean, but this is smooth though. It's really smooth. Means it goes down with no rough edges. It's mellow. It's got to be the 13-year. Ain't no way that other one is aged 13 years. Can't be. If it's aged 13 years, something failed. It's a little hatchety on the edges, a little axe head on it. You know what I'm saying? A little rough, but not too much, but a little bit. 3-year age. Okay. Yeah. That's got to be the JW Dance. Now, I have seen JW Dance Bottle and Bond Kentucky Straight Bourbon. I have seen JW Dance Kentucky Straight Bourbon. They got different labels, same label design, but different colors, more or less. But no, I never did buy them. I would theoretically, but how much can I buy? And you say, where are they getting that from? Well, I mean, what is Heaven Hill? Heaven Hill is a bourbon company mainly. That's their major product. And they have a huge bourbon distillery right there in Bardstown, and they got one in Louisville. So you can kind of figure out where it's coming from. So it's possible that could happen. It could happen. It could happen. All right. I don't need to close my eyes anymore. I don't think. The bottled and bond is decent. You've had the JW Dant bottled and bond. Usually, bottled and bond is going to be decent just because of what it is. It's got such strict regulation. It would be almost impossible to make a bad one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's got a white label too, huh? Like white with black trim. But yeah, I'd like to try it. Not really too much though. I'd rather try the regular 80 proof Kentucky straight bourbon because bonded is a little high for me. 50%. It's a little rough for me, but I mean, I would buy it. I mean, Ron, you mentioned you don't intend to try absinthe. Just curious why that is, or if it's just not something you'd be interested in. First answer is I'm just not interested in it. Secondly, I'll be terrified to try it. But the main reason is I'm not interested. Hard to mess up 100 proof bourbon, indeed. Yes, you're right. Okay, so absinthe on this channel, I would pretty much guarantee you'd never see that. You say, well, you could change, your mind could change. You could, but I can't. I'm thinking ahead to the future. I can't see that happening. No, sorry, but they got a lot of channels do absinthe. They may be better than this channel. I don't know. I never watched them because I never watched the absinthe video. I never had any interest in it. There was one guy used to do hangouts with us, and he was talking about, I like to drink absinthe. People say it makes you crazy. Isn't that funny? But then he acted kind of crazy, like he would act kind of crazy. Not cursing, saying inappropriate things, but just the way his demeanor was kind of crazy, and I thought, oh yeah, I'm glad it's not affecting you. I said that to myself, But then he stopped doing videos. He was out in some other world. Maybe that was because of what he was drinking. I don't know. I don't want to be out in some other world though. but I'm just not interested in it anyway. So the main answer, I'm not interested in it. Okay. Like you never see me doing gin. Why? I'm not interested in it. My daughter likes gin. I don't dislike it now. Don't get me wrong. It's just not something I'm really in. I, I don't really like it. I don't dislike it, but it's got the juniper berries. It's fine. You know, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Gin is fine. But I just not going to do it. She likes it. And when I go to her house or whatever, we'll do a gin review. I'll try to find obscure gins for her. And she's always excited. But to say I'm going to do gin on this channel, nah. Would I get more views? Yeah. Would it help to grow the channel? Yeah. Could it be an easy way to get subscribers? Yeah. Am I going to do it? No, no, and no. Because I'm not interested. I'm not playing a fake thing on this channel. If I'm not interested in a product, I don't do it. Simple as that. I'm not chasing subs. I never did, and I ain't going to start. Hi, do you like Deadpool or Wolverine? Well, I don't really watch any nonfiction stuff, so no. I do have a lot of comic books, and I do have the first appearance of Wolverine in 1974 and Incredible Hulk number 180. So I have Wolverine products. Weapon X, I got that whole story arc. 180, 181, 182. The first appearance of Weapon X, I had that, and it's in good shape too. It's in good condition. Now people claim, oh, that's worth a lot of money. Man, people were telling me that in 1986, and I'm not buying it, but people claim it. But I hear about it, but I'm not seeing any money. I'm not gonna sell it anyway because then I wouldn't have it. All right. Oh, I forgot. There's rumored psychedelic effects. I never tried it myself. Yeah. So the one example I had of somebody drinking it, he acted kind of like he was, like I said, in some other world. So that didn't really make me too keen on trying it. Honestly, I think this is the Chivas Regal. It's a little creamier, has a little bit more character. But I'm gonna be honest, they're not that different. You could pay $40 and you get a nice product, or you could pay $8.99 and you get a nice product. So I think I rather just pay the $8.99. Tell you the truth. Morning, how's the taste challenge going? It says Mr. R. It's going fine, and I think this is the Chivas. It is, but it was close. I mean, I got it right. Okay, so I got what, two wrong, two. What am I now? Three right and one wrong. I'll have to go back and check. Three right, one wrong. I know I got it wrong once. I couldn't figure out Valentine's. I got Valentine's confused with doggone Chivas Regal. But is Chivas Regal 13-year Rye Cask Selection really worth it? I'm not seeing that. To me, I'm not seeing it. It's probably better than most of the scotches I have because I don't have too many that are that great. On the other hand, it's marginal. I think you'd probably just save the money, really. Now, did I give it a high score when I tried it? Yeah, I did. I did a solo review. It'll be posted soon. Yeah, I did. But that's not how this channel works. I do a solo review and I give it a score, and it's fine. But when I put it in a competition, half the time they don't live up to what they're supposed to. So to be fair, I told you I bought this bottle for $9.99. That is extremely low. Most people in America are not going to find this bottle for 75% off. All right. If you might come to me and say, but my bottle's blue. I found one that's blue. It's a blue bottle. I know they changed the label. After they did their promotion with Manchester United, they went to a blue bottle for the regular release. Okay. But yeah, but I'm not really too impressed with how it's doing in the taste challenges. Now I got a lot more to go. Got a lot more to go. So we'll see. Can Hulk defeat Wolverine? Well, maybe. Okay. Well, y'all take care and see y'all on the next one. probably won't be back doing a whiskey taste challenge till next week, but next week's not far away. We're already on Friday. So see y'all next week for it'll be another taste challenge.